Okay, so we have a video from Cosmic Verse here. Has great compilations, compiles all the wacky, nutty broads from the TikTok, and I comment on them. So give me a like, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Always good to comment so that the algorithm is more favorable, although it doesn't seem to help me very much because I'm heavily shadow banned. I guess I don't know all the words I'm not supposed to say, so I say them and I get blocked so much that the site, I get more views there, even though it's 1% the size of YouTube. So if you could subscribe, give me a like, give me a thumbs up. And yeah, let's jump right into this.
Kindly subscribe to the channel, as it is our sole form of support. Thank you.
Men love me. Men are obsessed with me.
Manifest with me. No, honey, that's magical thinking. We don't do that here.
Men want to be with me.
Yeah. Broad chewing gum is a red flag. She's an airhead.
Yeah. Just like money.
Whenever I get tired of being single, I just re-download Hinge or Bumble, and very quickly it reminds me that, I'm not actually missing out on a lot, and there actually isn't, a lot of selections over here.
Ah, well, that's true. You're only missing out on the top 10% of dudes, and, depending on what area you've been in, you've already gone through all the dudes that are willing to go through you. So you're right, there ain't much there.
So,
well, at least not much that you can see.
It's fine. I could be on the app for 30 minutes and not even swipe once, so I would rather just stay single.
Okay. Is it that men just don't want to commit anymore? I was reading an article on that the other day. So it's like the new norm. So
we got super red flags here. Too lazy to dye her roots. So we look at how long those black roots are. So she's given up. That screams I gave up. Gigantic hoop earrings so big that they could be a choker. As you can see, her chest, the way that how high the cleavage is, she's got a big, gigantic gut and gunt pushing up her breastises. So, yeah, lots and lots of red flags going on here.
Like it's okay for men not to want to commit.
Yes, it is.
Anymore like they used to, or is it that they have too many options now?
I love the entitlement. And by the way, men don't have too many options. Men have very few options because women like you think they're 10s. And they shoot their shot at 10s, 9s, and 8s only. And then the rest of the guys, they go without.
Oh, with all these dating sites and, women willing to be in open relationships. But
only with the top 5-10% of dudes. Those are the ones they're willing to share. Not some lower tier guy in their eyes.
No, for me, is that I really don't know if I'll ever meet someone of substance that truly wants what I want, and it's...
Are you someone of substance? No.
Sad. I never thought I'd be going through this.
Men believe that there's absolutely no reason to get married. They have learned...
she probably dumped her husband thinking she could do better, so it's her own doing.
From the experiences of other men. It's sad to hear it in your voice, but women need to also take collective accountability for why men just don't care anymore.
I would settle for individual accountability. That would be preferable, actually.
The law of the lands destroyed marriage. They make it extremely difficult for men. It's the truth. Women created this normal. Men have far more to lose in marriage than a woman.
Correct.
Men are just following the women's playbook of not committing and hooking up with whomever. Women's lib and all that stuff.
Yep.
It's not that men don't care anymore. It's that men have cared for too long. They're tired of getting burned by women who just want to use them.
Right, we're too stoic and we put up with too much. So we're pushed a heck of a lot further until we say enough. That's part of the problem.
And this woman is saying men have options, which is a lie. Most men do not have that many options for them to be dating multiple women like that.
Mm-hmm.
Even on dating apps, it's extremely hard for them to get a date. For the average man, it's a constant uphill battle.
See, this is this false equivalency that the majority of Western women create in their own minds because they actually believe in the evil F word, and they believe in some kind of equality, and that men and women are exactly the same, and everything is a social construct. So that is part of the problem. They think that the same ease and difficulties that they have apply to men as well. No, we do not have it easy. We can't have rosters in most cases like you broads in terms of, easy access to P like you have easy access to D. It's not equivalent.
Men are putting in the effort, but they aren't getting anywhere close to the attention or chances that many women get with ease. It's exhausting and disheartening, and they feel like no matter what they do, their loyalty, effort, and resources are overlooked. Men have grown weary of investing so much just to be treated as disposable.
I don't know why I thought it was going to be easier to date in Utah than it was in Idaho, but honestly, I feel 10 times worse.
What is it with this? Seems to be a new trend, by the way, for coping. Women blaming where they live for why they're not having success in dating. No, sweetheart, it's you. It's you.
Yeah.
Why is dating so hard nowadays? Now, let's be real. It does not have to be that hard. People make it hard.
Well, you ladies certainly make it that hard because you love drama.
I'm not one of those people, though.
If you say you're not one of those people, you are one of those people.
Whatever happened to the days where a guy bought a woman flowers? Now,
women stopped having attributes and virtues and expressing their appreciation for men in such a way that would lead us to want to express appreciation for their appreciation.
Now, do not comment that Miley Cyrus song, because you know what? While I can buy my own flowers...
Another red flag if she's well familiar with the lyrics of Miley Cyrus songs.
I would love if somebody gave some to me. I'm just saying. I don't care where they come from. They can come from Smith's. They can come from 1-800-Flowers for all I care.
Those days are gone because there's a lack of appreciation. Today, modern women don't care about flowers anymore. They just care about money. Even on a first date, all they're worried about is how you can treat them and how you can make their lives better.
Yeah.
The romance that once existed, where small gestures and meaningful conversations were enough, seems to have faded. Now, a man is often judged by the size of his wallet and the lifestyle he can provide.
And the size of certain other things as well, let's be honest. That's part of the materialistic nightmare we're living in now.
Not by the quality of his character or the sincerity of his intentions.
I've been single for the last 6 years, and I'm just trying to find someone that will like me as much as I like them.
Got a nice rack.
Why is that so hard?
All right, let's go sound real f***ed up for my ladies. Can we go back? Back. I want to go in the kitchen.
She's so ghetto.
Get me in the kitchen. Let me cook. You want a full course meal? Good. You want 3 babies? Fine. I'll give them to you. Take my bank account, my credit card, my social ID. I don't care. Get me off this platform. Put me in the kitchen. I'm a woman by the hand of a man.
She has one of those upper mandible, not even lip, face piercings, and she's ghetto as all get out. She's very masculine, got all the hand movements, seems very aggressive. I'm gonna pass.
Not ashamed.
I put makeup on just for this date, so it better.
Isn't this the broad? This went viral, didn't it? This is the chunky broad that, the overweight, obese woman who, got dumped. I've covered this already. She's got a nose ring. Yeah, she's a large broad.
Real well. And I'm not posting this, probably, if it doesn't.
And yet she posted it anyway.
It did not go well. Truthfully, it lasted less than 2 minutes. I walked up, he gave me a hug, and said, "Are you hungry? Let's go inside." We went inside. I'm
surprised he asked that. I mean, looking at you, you're always hungry, I think. Or at least you think you are.
He said, actually, can you step outside for a minute? I stepped back outside, and he said, I'm not trying to offend you, but I'm just not feeling it. So I walked to my car, came back home.
So this is another thing. She's got the cheevage. She's got she's got the neckage. Would you call it neckage? Yeah, so the cleavage is going all the way up to the neck. So she's got a big belly that's pushing up her cleavage. And so, there's a lot we're not seeing there, okay? I bet there's a lot that he saw for the first time, too, when they met. And that's why he said bye-bye.
Dating when you're fat sucks.
Well,
there's a solution to that. You put down the fork, right? But no, she's been fed this, besides being fed copious amounts of ham, bacon, and eggs, she's also been fed this false narrative that, being large and in charge is a positive body positivity, the dislike that men have for larger, big-boned chicks, that's just a social construct. There's no biologically determined basis for that.
she's identified the problem, but the question is she gonna do anything about it? But maybe she didn't show a full body picture on the dating app, but even those can be deceiving. Looks in real life versus a dating app are two different things. He just didn't like what he laid his eyes on. That's his preference.
Yep.
The only man for me this year is a man who makes my life easier. That is it. That is absolutely it.
Not my job to make your life easier. You're supposed to be a strong, independent woman. Why don't you make your own life easier? By the way, men make your life easier every day. Or do you think that AC you have just created itself, sweetheart?
If you are not immediately making my life easier, I don't want it. Feel how you want to feel about it, Jessica. I don't care. This is my life.
Quick. So if it's your life, then you make it better. Don't demand I make it better. I love the entitlement.
Question, are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Like, I am so
I wouldn't dare kid you. I wouldn't talk to you.
sick and tired of just everything right now. Everyone is so quick to say, stop doing this, stop thinking like this, stop telling me I'm wrong.
So if you're wrong, I shouldn't tell you you're wrong. Because you want to live in a land of a delusion. Okay.
I've literally convinced myself at this point, based on everything that everyone's telling me, my therapist, my family, my friends, that I'm just doing everything wrong.
Yeah, well, maybe you should listen instead of being in denial and telling everybody to shut the F up and you're going to do things your way. By the way, why do you have a therapist if you're going to ignore them? I'm paying you to give me advice and then I ignore the advice. That's brilliant.
I'm healing wrong. I'm thinking wrong. I'm training wrong. I'm doing relationships wrong. Everything I do is fucking wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm so sick of it. Stop comparing. It's not even about comparison. Like, I genuinely just want love in my life so badly. It's literally not about anyone else. It's just about me. And
Well, I think that might be the answer as to why you can't find what you're looking for. It's all about you.
what I want. And being fucking over the fact that
I want a red dragon so that I can ride on its back to and from work and everybody will think I'm so cool. Is that realistic? Nah, red dragons don't exist. Well, I still want it. And how dare you tell me I shouldn't?
I don't have it. I feel like I have done so much work on myself. I have built a beautiful life for myself. I'm happy with
I'm so happy I'm going to a therapist 3 times a week and constantly asking for their advice, and my family and friends and therapists are all telling me my life is a mess. And I'm here moaning on TikTok about how my life sucks. But my life is great.
life where I'm at my job. I'm successful. I'm independent. I'm healthier than I've ever been.
I mean, she's not bad looking. She's got a flat belly. So maybe she's got a good body, but her brain is a mess.
I take such good care of myself. Truly, the only thing I'm missing in my life is someone to enjoy it with.
Just so long as that person focuses totally completely on me and never tells me anything I don't want to hear.
And I'm so sick of waiting. Like, when is it going to be my turn?
Oh, right.
Waiting.
The me attitude. If you believe...
I love the entitlement of that statement, by the way. You don't wait for love. You go out and find it. I want this stuff. Okay, what are you doing to get it? I'm waiting for it to happen to me. Yeah, I'm waiting for a Lamborghini. You want a Lamborghini? Yeah. And you're waiting to get one. Sure. What are you doing to get it? Nothing, I'm just waiting. Oh, it's brilliant!
that you're doing everything right and still can't get the love you're looking for, the common denominator is you, madam.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to step back and question whether your expectations, attitude, or approach might be part of the issue. And if everyone is telling you that you're wrong, even your therapist, then maybe you are wrong. Are you bringing the same qualities to the table that you're demanding from others? Are you open to genuine connection?
No, that's why she's not finding anybody. She's all about her, and anybody that would want to be with her really wouldn't get with her because they're all about themselves also. These two mutually exclude each other,
Or are you focused on a checklist of traits you think you deserve? Often, people expect a partner to be perfect without considering what they themselves bring to the relationship. And if you're tired, go to sleep.
Yeah, that's called a lack of self-awareness, which this broad suffers from in spades.
I'm done with dating apps, and I'm more done with clubs and bars.
She's very mid, by the way.
Expecting to meet a level-headed guy. Girlies, go to run.
Are you level-headed?
Clubs, join book clubs.
Go to run clubs. What's a run? Oh, you mean like running? Like athletics? Have you seen the broads out there now? How many of them are running? They might be running to the buffet. They're sure not running for exercise.
I don't know, for all I care. Find a hobby that you like and try to find a club or a community that associates around it.
I see. So that's bad advice, by the way, because you can't focus a relationship in any way, foundationally or otherwise, on a hobby. All right? I likes me jumping rope. I like to jump rope too. Let's build a relationship around rope jumping. No, that's not going to work, mid-chick.
Y'all, tell me why I was talking to this guy on this dating app and he was so nice. He was very straightforward about what he wanted. He was like, I want a relationship. I'm not here to play games. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, King, go off. Set your boundaries. I love it. And he was like, we're going to go on a date on Sunday. I've got it planned out. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that sounds great. Like, and he was like, what kind of food do you like? And he like curated this date for me. And I was like, this is so nice. Like, this is going to be great.
He's doing things wrong, by the way. Curated date. He's going through too much trouble. Let's just go off a coffee. All right?
And so it's like a Tuesday. The date's on Sunday. And I get off work and I'm like disheveled, no makeup, hair a mess. I'm elbow deep in a box of Cheerios, watching TV. And we were just texting and he was like, so I had mentioned, I was like, we should probably FaceTime before the date just to make sure you're not like a murderer or something. And he was like, oh yeah, let's FaceTime right now. And I was like, well, not like right now. I was like, later. And he was like, no, I don't want some like curate version of you. I want to see you candid. And I was like, oh, I'm shy.
She likes that word curate, by the way.
Sorry. And he was like, this isn't going to work out.
What? Why wouldn't you FaceTime with him? Let me get this straight. You want a man that will take you at your worst and at your best. And she's not that bad looking, by the way, but she refused to FaceTime with him? That's absurd. I don't understand this broad. Sweetheart. So, first of all right, I'll tell you what he's doing. Number one, he's testing to see how real and authentic you are, how confident you are, and whether or not you're a submissive chick. And by the way, why would you have a problem talking to him and FaceTiming with him right now? Number two, so are you submissive or are you a control freak? Are you like the vast majority of Western broads who has to be in control, in charge, and be large and have all the hand in the relationship? So this was a test. And he also wanted to see what you actually look like. right? Because the majority of women, they wear masks. They want to bait you before they do a switch. They want to hook you and draw you in and love bomb you in many cases and get you hooked before they show you what they actually look like. So he wanted to see the real you. Perfectly reasonable. Are you agreeable? Are you submissive? What do you look like? Has he seen the real you? All reasonable asks, and you said no, and you expected him to want to continue talking to you. Sorry, sweetheart.
I think that's a result of what a lot of men have experienced on dating apps. Between the pictures that look nothing like the actual person, the bots, the scammers, the real but flaky women, that man was not playing games, but the fact that you didn't want to FaceTime then and there made him think that you were. And side note, so many women would love the chance with a man that knows what he wants, has...
It's also kind of an S test, right? How much are you going to put up with? Yeah, I don't play games, right? Too many of these broads want to play games, and they don't date with any kind of purpose, and they wonder why they can't find a dude that wants to commit.
Boundaries and can communicate clearly. Because of that, the fact that he had all of these qualities of a solid, good man, I don't think it's too crazy to consider throwing aside your insecurities and doing the FaceTime.
That right there is a man who stands on his word.
Yep.
He mentioned that he doesn't play games and stood by it. If anything, this woman blew it.
Yeah, he's looking for something real, something authentic, someone who is real and authentic. And you, my dear, are fake, a phony, a fraud.
These are the same types of women who are out here crying about not finding a man who communicates clearly about what he wants. Yet, when faced with exactly that kind of man, she couldn't appreciate it. I personally think I, man, can take a page from that man's book, Standing on Business.
New development. I'm done with the dating apps. I realized that it's literally like digging through the trash.
Oh my God, she's got the sausage hands. When a woman is so large and in charge that the celluloso is infecting the fingers and the palms and everything looks like it's engorged in the hands. But no, that's just she eats too much bacon. What did she's retaining fluids from all the sodium? Oh, is that it? I don't think so.
And finding something that is just sparkling enough, but it's still trash.
Yeah. You and your horrible, horrible fake nails and your cheap, gaudy jewelry and gigantic butterfly earrings and your chubby face. But the minimal dating apps are trash. Again, she's gone through all the chads that would go through her on a slow night. And, yeah, what's left in her eyes is trash, of course.
So,
Men don't actually understand that if you have these 3 qualities about you, you can lock down any high-value woman you want.
Those are contact lenses, so that's not her real eye color. And, of course, it's not her real hair color either. And she's wearing copious amounts of makeup, so we don't know what she really looks like. I mean, she looks fresh and clean here and not too bad, but good Lord only knows what she looks like without the makeup. Fake eyes.
You see drop-dead gorgeous smoke show women, sometimes with average-looking men, and then you're probably asking yourself, what does he have that I don't have?
Money.
And then you probably settle on the idea that, it must be because he's rich.
Yes.
That's not necessarily the case. Maybe
yes, it is.
It can be in some, but I'm not saying
it's most.
Always the case. You want to know what the most
majority of the time it is
attractive qualities a man can have is? No.
A large wallet.
Oh, you don't have to be the most attractive guy physically.
That's
true. You don't
true.
have to be the biggest guy in the room.
True.
And you don't have to be an alpha. Instead, if you want a high-value woman,
No, you ladies want simps with a lot of money.
You need to possess a perfect balance of confidence,
Wrong.
peace, and safety.
She's just using the word peace because she knows that's what men want, but you ladies don't want peace. You do want safety, though, and security. That's why you love the government so much. They give you both, at least the feeling of such.
That's what these high-value women are looking for in a man. Number 1,
No.
confidence. You're able to get things done, especially when problems arise.
That doesn't mean you're confident. That just means you are able. A lot of able dudes out there have little self-confidence.
Two, peace, meaning you're able to create a peaceful environment for her.
No, women don't want peace. Maybe that's what you want. But the vast majority of women do not want peace. They want chaos and they want drama, so they're not bored because women are, well, boring. They look to us to create the entertainment for them in their lives.
Where she never doubts that she's being heard or seen.
That's not peace.
All women want is to be understood and loved. She knows that her heart is safe with you because you've created a peaceful environment for her. 3,
No, that's safety and security. That's not peace. You're a dummy.
lastly, you're protective over her. Not only does she know that you protect her heart, but you also protect
Not my job to protect her heart. Do that yourself.
her safety. In situations where her safety is at risk, you step up and protect her. So
Yeah, that's why you ladies love to go out on your ladies' nights and then walk around alone at 3 a.m. dressed in almost nothing, because you want safety. Get out of here.
So next time you see an average-looking guy with a gorgeous girl, you can probably assume that it's not because he has money. Instead, it's because he
Why can I assume that? No, it's almost always the case.
has these 3 qualities that every woman looks for in a man. And this could be you.
And yet they generally choose the really, really good-looking guys that give them none of these things.
You could be a high-value man with these 3 qualities and get a high-value woman.
Yeah, so basically she's hit the wall, she's over a certain age, she ain't having no kids, her womb is a dusty, barren wasteland, and now she's playing the pick-me girl. Gotcha.
The only quality many modern women care about is money. Nothing else matters. And today, that's not what we have. A high-value woman, on the other hand, has amazing character, femininity, and lives in reality. But today, finding a woman like that is rare. That's why so many men are booking flights to find partners elsewhere. Women in the West often focus on superficial things like status and appearances, while men are looking for women who value genuine connection and respect. For many men, going abroad offers a chance to find the traditional values and authenticity that feel harder to find back home.
Okay, so I just got back from my date that I told you about, and it went really well. It was a great date. It was a really good date. And I'm telling you this mostly because he doesn't have TikTok, but I think we're going to go on another one. So that's the update. I'll keep you posted.
Looks fade. It's hard for we evolved as women to not care so much about a man's looks. We cared for.
That's a lie. Women are the most shallow, superficial creatures on the planet, concerned about things that we have no power or control over and can't change. He gotta be 6 feet, 6 pack, 6 inches. Gotta break 6 figures, tons of resources. Oh yeah, but you're not superficial. You don't care about looks.
How much he could provide and protect for us, and how much of an integrity guy he was, how he can hold the community together. So something is broken, it's off if that's all you can focus on. You have to understand that we did not evolve this way. Okay, I say this with most love.
You're wrong. We did evolve this way. We did evolve to care about looks, okay? Because looks, to a large degree, are indicative of health. And in the case of the things that a man appreciates about a woman's looks, her fertility. So you are just in denial, sweetheart.
So you need to go back to the drawing board, to the
By the way, I noticed she's wearing a very strong, powerful, it looks to be a push-up bra there. So she seems to be aware of the things look-wise that men care about. And other women also, I might add, as she sits there and says, "We're not evolved for that." Dummy.
Work of what is out of alignment in me that I'm not behaving like my genetically evolution history. What?
Does she sound like a biologist to you or a geneticist? Yeah, I don't think she has the first clue beyond, being able to say the word genetic.
Why would I be behaving against that? What happened? What's the belief system?
Yes, looks fade, but it doesn't happen overnight.
Right.
If a woman doesn't find you attractive physically and you have money, she's only with you for the money. That woman solely looks at you as the guy to make her life easier. But these women don't stick around long. If there's some financial issue going on, they're already 10 toes out the door. To her, you're just the guy who makes her life easier, not someone she genuinely values or respects. In relationships like this, loyalty is shallow and conditional, tied entirely to material gain.
All I
want this summer is a man that has a job, works out, is a foodie.
All she wants this summer. Did you hear what she said? I'm in my whole phase. I'm still just looking for casual fun. Well, then that's all you're going to find, honey. I love how these bros, they think that approaching things in a casual, laid-back, laissez-faire manner is going to lead to some kind of maybe genuine, real, long-term, possibly lifetime commitment. No.
But also likes to have fun. Lives a balanced lifestyle. So he works out and he does his job and he grinds, but he also likes to go on the weekends. He likes to party. He likes to travel. He likes to party.
Yeah, but a guy that likes all those things is going to continue to like those things. And a guy that can avail himself of all those kind of things is, generally speaking, going to be a top 10% tier dude, and he's got options. So why would he settle for your old butt?
Because I've been looking for a man for that for this summer, and I can't find them.
Sorry, I just had to speed it up because it was just an ongoing list of insane expectations. Ones no man could ever meet. And oh, in case you're wondering what...
Yeah, and any guy that does come close to meeting them, he's going to have better choices than you, honey. And you're 30-year-old, you know.
She's offering in return? Well, that's a much shorter list. Let's see, there's never-ending increases in the aforementioned expectations, non-stop drama, narcissism at a level that needs to be seen to be believed, and in a nutshell, a whole bunch of me. Not once did she mention what she's offering in return.
Don't forget about all the baggage she brings to the table from all these hot girl summers that she lives for.
And there's a reason for that. Because she isn't offering anything in return.
Yeah.
His wants, his needs, his expectations are irrelevant. It's about her and only her.
And by the way, she can get, or could get, those high-tier dudes in the past when she was much younger. But now, no. Now they're still going for the same 22-year-olds, and you at 30 plus. Might be able to get the 40, 50-year-old guys. You can get them still. That have money, maybe, but not the guys you got before.
And she's not alone. This is the epitome of today's modern women and how they think.
Yeah.
Don't walk away, gentlemen.
Run.
The kind of man she's looking for is like Superman, which doesn't exist.
Right.
But on a serious note, modern women today are looking for a man to check off every item on their list. They're looking for perfection in a man. We're living in questionable times where delusion is rampant.
By the way, perfection is a totally, completely subjective metric that varies from person to person. With modern-day women, perfection is a conglomeration of all the best, hottest, giga-chad dudes they've ever been with, combined into one perfect dude that they've assembled in their head. Unfortunately, that dude doesn't exist anywhere in objective reality. But they're looking for him, and they think they're going to find him someday.
And many women seem to think they deserve an idealized version of a man who possesses all the attributes they desire: success, looks, emotional intelligence, and more. This obsession with perfection will only lead them to disappointment, as no one can meet every single expectation. Instead of appreciating the unique qualities that each person brings to a relationship, there's a tendency to overlook great potential partners simply because they don't fit an ideal mold.
Well, not only that, but women would have to actually, in their mind, do some work and, deal with some deprivation or possible austerity, not getting the luxury goods and services that they would get with a guy that's already, past the finish line and won the race.
That right there will only lead them to their loneliness.
You can't find a boyfriend because your standards are too high. It's from dating
Yes.
apps and social media and princess movies. So I have unrealistic standards because of the books I read. The boyfriend in the book I'm currently reading is mute. He literally does not speak. Let me just read you an excerpt. I could see every muscle under his t-shirt, and I watched his arms flexed as he washed and dried the dishes we had used. while I pretended to wipe down the already clean counters.
Horrible writing, by the way.
You're done. So screwed.
Something I love about dating in 2020.
Now women are getting alpha widowed by fictional characters in books.
For is that like you just have to be prepared to never hear from somebody ever again. It doesn't matter like at what point in the dating process.
So perfect dude for broad is a mute guy that does whatever she wants and has a great body.
You just have to be ready to just never hear from them again. A man asked me on a date, made complete plans. We go all the way up to like when the date was supposed to happen. Never to be heard from again.
So she sounds like a man. Those gigantic glasses are horrible. She's got a manly face. She's mid. We can't see the body, but we can assume by the chunky rolliness, of that back, that shoulder, that she's got a significant amount of padding on her. So, I would say she's suffering from most women in the West from unrealistic expectations.
Never again. You could be seeing someone for months. I had a friend, she dated a guy for 4 months. He just evaporated. Never to be heard from again. You just gotta stay on your toes. It's what it's like out here.
That's because ghosting is at an all-time high, and it's not just men doing it. Women actually ghost guys more often than men do.
Mm-hmm.
This has changed the dating scene, making it feel less personal and more about quick interactions. The rise of online dating has made it even easier to move on without thinking twice. With so many options available, emotional investment has dropped, leaving many feeling disappointed. This ghosting culture makes it harder to form real connections as people become more hesitant to open up and risk getting hurt. It's honestly crazy out there.
If you found out
By the way, it's an illusion of options.
you were pregnant right now, like right this second, as you're watching this video, what would your reaction be?
Plan B. Coat hanger. Oh my God. Need help. So that's your typical modern day woman, a Satanist. So it is the illusion of options. Just because you have lots of dudes showing up in your DMs, telling you how hot you are, what a great body you have, how they'd love to be with you, you think that you have all these options. And meanwhile, you limit yourself to the top 10% of dudes who themselves have seemingly unlimited options. They've got every woman out there, and they, unlike you, are not limiting themselves to the top 10% of chicks. So they have a veritable unlimited smorgasbord, yet you have limited yourself to this top tier 10% of dudes. Because you're getting attention from the 90% who are mostly nameless and faceless and may or may not be dropping money in your OF account, you think you have options. Wrong. Your options are very limited. They're self-limited. You create those limitations. And if you took those limitations off yourself, ladies, you would find that you have many more actual options. But of course, that will require an appreciation of the things that have real meaning, real value in a relationship. And then you might actually become attracted to and settle down with somebody that would bring you happiness and would have virtues and values that you would appreciate, which would mean you would have virtues and values to begin with, which means you wouldn't get caught up in this senseless, unending cycle of chasing feels and validation and indulging in the hedonistic pleasures of life. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section of this video from Cosmic Verse entitled Demanding Love from Men. Do modern day women actually deserve love? Or no? Let me know what you think in the comments. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not already. Give me a like, give me a thumbs up, and leave a comment. It's good for the algorithm, I hear. And on that note, I'm out of here. I am the Realist Philosopher, also known as the Bachelor Philosopher, and I wish you all a good and pleasant day. Take care.